So if you look back over time, think back before there were any systems. Businesses were still operating, and it was the same data. It was a bill of sale, it was customer data, it was product data, it was an invoice, an insurance claim. It was just all on paper, right? But it's the same transactions. It's the same data we're dealing with today. But what's changing on the top there is we're going from quill to typewriter to ERP, now AI, right? The systems around the data are the things that are changing so fast that it's hard to keep up with it. But a sales order, I mean, think of a sales order today. A sales order is the same structure that it was 100 years ago, right? It was who is the customer, what's the order number, what's on the sales order, when do they want it delivered, what's the price, done, fill it, move it over to invoicing. And then the invoicing process is still the same, just with a whole bunch of automation on it. So we can do 1,000 of them with one person rather than 2 of them with one person. So what's gonna happen is AI is gonna dramatically accelerate how much software we develop. Right? There's going to be a capability for you. I talked about this in the panel a little bit. It's going to be a capability for you that's optimized for your business and your channel and your product and your customer, right? And it's going to become cheaper and cheaper to solve those problems because you can make stuff so fast. So Slick has a customer called Finanzo, and we're launching this here in the next couple months for this guy. And Finanzo is like a combination of Rocket Money and Rocket Mortgage. And the lead developer came into Slick because we were scaling up to do this project. And he became aware of what we were charging the client to do the development, right? And he thought we were nuts. He said, Dan, this team is way too small. There's no way that I can do this in the time frame that you talked for. And this would have been 5x, like at my previous company, what we would have charged for this. And I'm like, Darren, you're gonna be all right? I talked to Darren the other day, and he said, it's a miracle. I can't believe we're going to deliver. We're going to make it. We're going to do it. I'm like, yeah. We're doing it 80% less than Darren would have anticipated, and I think what any normal human would have anticipated, right? And here's why. The first thing is the cloud is like legitimately here now, right? I mean, it's the way that you do business. We can scale up, and we can get an ecosystem to do development on. We can get that spun up in like a couple hours. Like it's like click a button, scripts run, boom. There's your Git, there's your servers, there's your database, there's everything. There's your code base, right? We're even like, for a lot of our startups that we support, we actually create or I should say not our startups, but a lot of our small businesses, what they're interested, that Slick is supporting is they want these things made, and then they want their thing made multi-tenant, right? So that when we make a solution for them to solve their business problem, they can turn themselves into a SaaS company and go sell that product for their niche business everywhere. Right? And so that's the first reason you can do things faster and cheaper. Now the second reason is AI coding. Our developers are all telling us they're going minimum 20% faster. Many of them are telling us they're going 60, 70% faster as a result. It's just, you just crank. You just go. Like it's almost like as fast as you can conceive the idea, that's how fast you can get the idea into the app, right? And it's approaching that speed. Global collaboration is next level now. I mean, if there's one thing that COVID did, it made us really good at remote work. And now we're working with, our models are generally super hybrid, US based and offshore based in different regions. We have people in Spain, Bangladesh, Philippines, but the point is that regardless of where people are, working with them in a collaborative fashion is so easy these days. And then the last thing is, when you build a product to do what you need, or to do a product what you need, you don't need it to do everything. You just need it to do what you need and what you need. So you do the 20% of effort for the 80% of value. Like just solve the problem you're trying to solve and solve it quickly. That was kind of a topic in the last talk too. And so some people think of SAP as a low-code platform because it does everything for everyone. Right? You have to configure, you have to hire $200 an hour resources and then configure it forever, but then it behaves the way you want it to behave, right? But the alternative is just make a solution that does exactly what you need, the way that you want to do it, the way that it adds value for your business. And that's way more attainable. So that's the other half of what AI is going to do. But every app that we build like this, what does it need? Data and integration. Like we don't build a single app that doesn't live in an ecosystem with other technologies. And it isn't because they want to, it's because they have to, right? You need You need financial data. You need transaction data for the business. You need employee data, like constantly, right?